Hi guys, my name is Anna and I'm into the binary options trading. That's a little bit windy because I'm in Dubai Resort and I'm at the Lamborghini. So guys, if you want to know more, if you want to get more results, profits, knowledges, you can just proceed to my Telegram link, to my Telegram channel where I post 12 signals per day and you can use it and get the same. Hi guys, here is Niana. Of course, I am right here just as always. It's gonna be pocket option tradings and we're gonna go back to this, risky and not really perfect two indicators strategies. In some cases you're just really struggling, and in some cases you're like gifted because you can see what's going on with a little help. So this one is just for those who wants to play just a little bit. Okay guys, we're just getting started, and of course we're going with the currency pairs with the maximum possible payouts. We're going to be going with the 10 seconds candles because I don't expect, something really bad or weird about that exact strategy, and I think a little bit of risking is going to be just okay for us. It is what it is. We're going to be going with the Bollinger Bands width. That's not like Bollinger Bands exactly, but we can actually find some familiar traits. Then we're going to be going with the Donchian channel, and this is it. Actually, I don't know why I decided that it's going to be perfectly working and going with the 10 seconds candles. I'm just too excited. But you may see it is a little bit tempting. Just two indicators. One of them is just a simple line and the other one is going to be a channel one. It's complicated. And here we are, we're going with the first bet that we're going to be making. We're going to just leave a little bit of change. That's going to be a little bit of change in case of emergency, as we are saying. What about this one? Maybe this Bollinger Band width is not that bad because it seems like it's not just repeating what we have on the chart, but it shows us like that's going to be the bottom. This is the lowest low. We may go a little bit like that, and we may see it with the fluctuations even without any indicators. Seems like we go in with a little bit small patterns. I don't like this Donchian channel being wider because I just did expect we're going to hit the bottom quite soon and then we're going to go back. Unfortunately, none of this are happening. But it is with the Bollinger Bands. You can see that we already feel it, that we already see it. So we're going to be just rising and rising and go. Just go and go and go and go and go. So don't be so desperate in the beginning. You better be desperate at the end of the trend. That's going to be better. So I don't expect much from it, as I told you before, but anyway, I'm here for my profits and you know it. Once again, it seems like we're at the bottom. I don't like this Bollinger Band showing us that this is the highest point, but if you're gonna be just thinking with our own brain, it seems like we're gonna be rising. It seems like we're gonna be rising. Let us see it. There is nothing much to watch here. And luckily, here we are, drastically, rapidly growing and going so far from the estimated level that it seems like the best thing. And what about this one? I know what you want. I know what you expect. You do expect that it's going to be the rising, but we go for the fallen. And I must say, right there, the Donchian channel is making it not easier, it's making it more hard, more difficult, because with this channel we do ignore that actually we have slowly and slowly in the long rising fallen. I just lost it. And in most of the cases we go for the same tendency in these type of situations. And here a little bit Donchian channel with this flat position, it's kind of misguiding us, but I'm here for the results. Let's check. Look at this. Maybe I was too naive. Maybe I was so desperate and I wanted to prove myself right so bad. But no, Actually, and if I'm being honest, going with the upward trend is gonna be a disaster right there. Maybe it's gonna be just somewhere here, but that was correct. Slowly, because all of these are going slowly. This is the key thing. I just love showing it when go just against the logic, and it seems like a beautifully done picture at the end. I think I'm gonna be rising, and that's really, really risky because it seems like that's the complete highest point, and we're gonna be just going downward. Let's see. And look at this. I cannot say that I'm right, and I cannot say that I'm wrong, but it seems like by the end of it, that's gonna be it. But going with the downward trend, if I'm being honest, that would be also correct assumption. That would be correct one. But here, that was the lucky one. Just the lucky one. I'm a catcher. Next, we gotta go for that. That's gonna be the bad. And once again, you're expecting some rising after the downward trend, after the bottom, and we already have seen some moving candles. What I'm gonna say, buy right here, for example, one to bands with going just against, just going like vice versa, like with the opposite tendencies. And in some cases, it is, like copying it, like going in a combination. I don't know why. So I don't know why exactly. But for me, I don't want to be, deeply here in the theories. Why is that? I don't love it much. So I need that to be profitable. I need that to work. No, now I can see why. So all of this sentences about we don't need to follow the theory. We don't need to ask some questions. That would be a little bit tricky. And thanks God, we are with the Bollinger bands kinda, oh my God, kinda at the bottom. So these tiny fluctuations was really, really tiny. I'm just like, what is going on right here? Guys, it's the big rising. No, that's the big falling. I'm lost in it. Playing is risking and going, knowing it and understanding it, that you're going with the two indicator strategy and trying to handle with the 10 seconds some sort of situations. That is the crazy type. I do not suggest that if you are a beginner. I do not suggest that if you are lost or if you're broke. And this is not for that. But for some change, for some fun, that's gonna be it. That's it.